Hey everybody, this is Andrew from TentCraft, and we are in our headquarters city, Traverse City, Michigan, at the world famous Traverse City Whiskey Company, here to show you how to set up our event dome, which is a 20 by 20 roughly foot dome that can be put together completely tool free. It's going to take you, estimate, between an hour and an hour and a half with about 4 to 5 people. And we're going to walk you step by step. It also comes with some detailed instructions. So our first step here with your dome is connecting the top part. Pretty straightforward. You're going to follow the directions, and we'll give you some text instructions over this video. All right, our next step, we're gonna take the top that you've already built and we're gonna connect the longer poles. There's only one size left at this point. The shorter ones were already used for that top hexagon. We're gonna connect those. You can see in the background, Sam working on that right now. Next step, you have to take the base. We're gonna be working on the base now. Before putting the vinyl pole sleeves on the base of your dome, you need to connect. You have these 5 sets that consist of a longer piece, 2 of them, and a shorter piece. You're gonna connect those together, so 3 pieces total. And then you're going to wrap it into the vinyl pole sleeve. This has the zipper on it, so it's your soft goods. Once the whole structure is built and we put those on, it's going to zip nicely, and the soft goods will be nice and tight with your custom printing on it. So we have these vinyl pole sleeves. You're gonna get, there's 5 longer pieces, 4 shorter pieces. You're gonna wrap them in. Eventually, this is what is going to zip your dome together so you have a nice, tight, soft goods on it. Aim these out in the general area of where your 20 by 20 dome is gonna go. That'll make it easier. It'll obviously adjust as you continue putting the pieces together. So for your base, you have the longer sections, which we said consist of 2 longer pieces, 1 shorter piece, and then you connect those, put the vinyl tube sleeve on. You also have these shorter pieces, which are gonna go in between each one. I'm gonna flip the camera around for you. So longer piece, and then eventually we'll connect this with a shorter piece. In the middle, there's another longer piece, shorter piece, longer piece. Again, it's all in the printed instructions that come with your dome, and you can use this video just as a guide along with those instructions. So we have a good visual in the instructions that you're going to get with your dome, but you're gonna have to pull out the dome out of the vinyl sleeve here a little bit because this connector will go in. So it's important, very important, that when you connect this, the middle connector of your 3-way connector, once it's connected to the short side, it's pointing away, the angle away from the short side. So we'll go on this side too. We're gonna move this vinyl pole. It can be a little tricky, but you're gonna connect that in, the push button connector. Again, on the short poles, it is pointing away, that angle is away. Once it connects to the longer side, that middle connector will be pointing toward inside on the longer side. Now, just a little tip here. There are right and left-handed connectors. So you got to use a little bit of logic, but as long as it keeps making that circular thing, you know you're on the right side of it. If it was a left-handed one, it would be kind of backwards. So just be cognizant of that. So before the walls of your dome start to go up, use these D-rings. You're going to use this for ballasting your dome. Put it over, lift it up, pull it over, pull it tight. You can put a spike through there. You put weight on it. All right, this is a key tip you got to pay attention to. These are the 3-way connectors that are going to start building your whole structure. The most important part of this it looks like you can maybe plug it into any one. You want to look for this hole and make sure that's pointing down before you connect it. So when it's like that, this part of the three-way connector is going to go into this pole. Again, make sure that hole is pointing down on all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. All right, next step, just take 2 more poles and connect them to that three-way connector. So as you can see, coming off the roof of your dome, we have a hexagon. So we're gonna get another connector and we're gonna explain how you do that. And that's gonna make that first layer at the top of a hexagon, which then below it, you're gonna have a pentagon 5-sided shape. Key step here. So after you have this section set up, you're gonna see this Y, upside down Y shape. This is the start of a pentagon right here, shape. Now to ensure that your three-way connector is correct, the hole, again, similar to at the top of this, we need this hole facing inside the pentagon. That is key because these have some different angles on them, so we want to make sure everything fits together perfectly. Again, make sure the hole faces in on this pentagon side. As you can see, the dome is coming together. Now we have to connect more poles to the rest of the remaining 2 connectors on the three-way connectors. At this point, this is where you want to connect the hexagon parts of the dome. Could get a little tight, so you may have to work at it a little bit, but everything should fit together as long as you've been following all of the instructions. Now that the hexagons are completed, we're going to add some poles to the pentagon side of your dome. Take a closer look here. So when we connect those, same thing. Again, it's tool-free design. You just hit the button, pop it in, and good to go. All right, now it's time to put another three-way connector. Go to a pentagon side. That is the one with the point at the top, 5 sides. Again, on your connector, look for the hole. There it is right there. You want that pointing toward the inside. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna connect this part into that pole. Hole on the inside. Almost flatten me a little bit. Once you get that connector on, you're gonna come over here and put on a final pole to complete your pentagon side. Time for a fun part. We're gonna stop putting some poles together for a second. It's not at its top height yet, so right now we're going to get our soft goods, the cover for it, and throw it over the top. So if your dome has windows on it, which this one for Traverse City Whiskey Company does, you're gonna come along and then come on the inside and zip the window to the pole. That'll keep things nice and secure. As you start zipping everything together, you might need some people to adjust it on the outside because it's going to be pretty tight, which can make zipping a little tricky, but it should all zip together. At this point, it's best, once everything is zipped on the inside, it's probably a best practice to zip your windows on the outside so the fabric's not dragging on the floor and potentially getting dirty. All right, we're nearing completion. These are the final poles left that you have. You're just gonna go find an empty connector and put a pole on it. All right, this is where you need 3 or 4, preferably 5 people to come, and you're going to have them lift up the structure while another person or 2 installs the final poles on it. So as you're installing these final poles, you're going to click in the bottom pole, but you're going to let the top one just rest in there before doing that. And that's because we're going to kind of wiggle them all in together to avoid any tension issues. Final step is to zip your soft goods to the base. You can have a lot of tension here, so you're going to need somebody probably on the outside to help pull down so you can connect the zipper and ultimately connect it together.